Caste and political power in India. Imagine everyone in India wearing an invisible badge from the birth that's caste. It silently decides who gets respect and who gets ignored, who gets to hold the power. Now, political power is like a loudspeaker. It decides whose voice echoes the loudest in the society. When caste meets politics, it's like mixing identity with influence. The groups that unite wisely can turn their social strength into political seats. In short, caste shapes the crowd and political power decides who leads it. But even today, caste quality decides who stands where in our social ladder. Dalits, scheduled caste, and scheduled tribes have long faced barriers from classrooms to workplaces simply because of the badge they were born with. Now, to truly understand how this system changed over time, let's explore Dalit political consciousness. The Bahujan Samaj Party (BSP) in Uttar Pradesh. It's a political party that fights for the rights and empowerment of Dalits, OBCs, and minorities. The BSP logo shows how elephant symbolizing strength, patience, and dignity. Basically, it represents the power of oppressed masses which are rising slowly but steadily to bring social and political change. The rise of blue elephant. Long ago, in the heart of India, millions lived in silence. People called Dalits the broken ones. For centuries, they have faced walls of caste, locked out of temples, schools, and power. But in the land of Uttar Pradesh, the wind began to change. It started with thinkers like Jyotiba Phule and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the brave souls who dreamed of equality. They told oppressed, stand tall, your chains, not your destiny. Yet after them, the movement fell quiet until a man named Kanchiram arrived. Kanchiram, a scientist from Punjab, left his government job to serve his people. He knew that words alone couldn't win freedom. Power had to be taken, not to be begged for. Step by step, he built a movement called BAMCEF, a network of educated Dalits, DS4, a call to action, and finally, in 1984, the Bahujan Samaj Party, the party of majority. Its message was thunderous. We are the many, they are the few. Crowd echoes 85% will rule, not 15. For the first time, the poor, the backward, and the minority stood as one. The blue elephant, the BSP symbol, began its march through the villages and cities of Uttar Pradesh, and leading it was Mayawati, the fearless school teacher turned political storm. Together, Kanshiram and Mayawati shook the foundations of old order, challenging the Congress, the upper caste, and the idea that power belonged only to a few. Elections came and went, losses and then victories. In 1995, history was made. Mayawati became the first Dalit woman chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. The walls of caste politics had cracked, but politics is a game of shifting sands. Alliances formed, alliances broke. Sometimes the elephant stumbled, sometimes it charged ahead. Yet, through it all, one truth remained. The voice of the Dalit had entered the heart of the power. Today, the story of the BSP is more than a political tale. It's a story of awakening, how one silent learned to speak, to vote, to dream. And though the road ahead is long, the blue elephant still walks steady, proud, and unafraid. Thank you for listening The Rise of the Blue Elephant. This story reminds us that fight for dignity and equality is not confined to the one party or one state. Across India, from Tamil Nadu to Maharashtra, from Punjab to Bihar, countless voices have risen against injustice, each writing their own chapter of empowerment. The blue elephant is just one example of how courage and unity can turn silence into strength.